I would rather you regret it on the day that you did it, rather that you regret it 10 years from now that you didn't. Do not sacrifice your once in a lifetime moments with your parents just for time. Hey guys, so I just wanted to share this lovely message from Russell, and of course his now wife Rach. Hi Ari, we were supposed to mention this in our thank you message during the reception, but we were not able to do so because we were pressed for time. I totally understand, man. But you were the very first supplier that we booked for the wedding, and we have no regrets whatsoever. You were one of our favorite suppliers during our wedding. Oh man, thank you, dude. For a wedding between two Chinese families having mostly Chinese guests, our parents preferred to have a Chinese host. We had to do thesis defense for a few days, showing your TikTok videos and also explaining how most of our guests have probably witnessed the usual Chinese host several times already. Nothing wrong with a Chinese host, but yes, those are usually the couples I kind of get. They want something different. Before they agreed to have you as our host, and after the wedding, we are sure they were happy we got you. Aw, thank you, Ari, for doing an exceptional job and making our wedding very fun and memorable, not just for us, but for all our guests. Everyone had a great time and enjoyed every part of the program. To share with you the comments we got from our guests, they said that your jokes and lines were very smooth and witty. Thank you. And not trying so hard at all. The jokes were all wholesome and did not cross any line. Yeah, it's not my style kasi to do the green ones or any crossing of the lines. I'm not very comfortable with it, as some hosts tend to do. It's their style, but to each his own. Both games were also a big hit, most especially to our friends and VIPs. It was very satisfying to see our guests very engaged during the Beat It to Win It game. We'd also like to express our heartfelt gratitude for going the extra mile for us. We know that the reception already started late, but you still professionally did everything in our program with the same energy and enthusiasm as you always up until the end. You also convinced us to still have our dance with our parents, even if skipping this would mean you would be able to go home earlier. We can't thank you enough for this, and you were right. That moment was special, and we're glad that we did. First of all, thank you so much, Russ and Rach. Also, they gave some really nice feedback. By the way, Russ, Rach, I did apply that to a recent wedding, and I was definitely a lot more conscious with the flow in that, and they gave some really respectful feedback, which I appreciated. One thing the other reason why I wanted to highlight this message, a lot of couples like Russ and Rach, because we're pressed for time, sometimes you start late, you can't avoid it, there are delays that happen, will sacrifice the moments and dances with their parents, and even at some point messages with their parents, to accommodate time because they feel the pressure. And I totally understand it's the first time you've ever experienced this, so you're a lot more conscious of the time in terms of the event. But I'm telling this to couples: do not sacrifice your once in a lifetime moments with your parents just for time. Okay? Time, there's no difference with an extra 10 to 15 minutes. Sometimes ang bilis ng mga dances with your parents, it's like 2 minutes, 15 minutes with messages from both sides. Those are once in a lifetime moments. That's why when I have couples, let's say maybe not a dance with mom, nahiya kami, or wala mo ng dance with dad kasi medyo mahiya, for whatever reason they want to do it, whether it's time or anything. I'm telling you guys, I always say this to couples during meetings: I would rather you regret it on the day that you did it, rather that you regret it 10 years from now that you didn't. That's it. These are once in a lifetime moments that you will never have again. I don't want any of the couples that I get to work with to have to regret that I wish I danced with my mom. I wish I danced with my dad. I wish I heard what they had to say that day. I wish I was okay with them doing a message, or I wish I pushed for a message, because these are memories that become more and more precious through the years. How you feel now will be very, very different from how you feel 10 years from now. So instead of looking at it at a lens in the moment where we might be uncomfortable, might be conscious, and it's totally normal, try to look at it at a lens of, is this a memory I would like to have for the rest of my life, 10 years from now, 20 years from now? So I'm so happy Russ and Rach got to do this, and I'm so happy you have those memories with your parents. And thank you so much for the lovely feedback. And I hope couples take this as an example to definitely push for moments with your parents. If you can, I'd rather you regret that you did on the day than you regret that you didn't years from now. So thank you, Russ and Rach. My best to you guys.